Want to know the most boring yet important secret in real estate? Today we're going to talk about it. Yo, I'm Adrienne, a longtime Florida realtor, and I'm here to help you get your Florida life. Happy Wednesday, everyone. If you're new here, new videos come out every Wednesday. Today is our market update. I put this out at the end of every month. Today we're going to talk about the zip code 33950. I wanted to zero in on a smaller part of the community so you could get a larger picture of a concept I'm going to talk about. If you want to know more about the numbers for the whole county, you can sign up for my newsletter. The sign up is in the description below. Also, in 2 weeks, I'm going to do all the development going on in 33955, which is the southern part of Punta Gorda. Familiar, that's Burnstore Road, Tucker's Grade. We're going to go over all of that. There is a ton going on there. It's also one of the reasons I picked 33950. For reference, 33950 is kind of the center of Punta Gorda. You've got downtown, you've got Punta Gorda Isles, the waterfront community, Burnstore Isles, the other big waterfront community, the eastern part of Punta Gorda, somewhat near downtown. So it's really kind of the middle of things. Why I want to look at it though is a couple of reasons. First of all, it's fairly built out, whereas in 33955, we expect a lot of changes. 33950, the waterfront communities, I just went to a state of the city, and both are over 90% built out. If you live in those communities, it might feel like there's a lot of building going on around you, but not big planned communities. There are some big planned communities like Creekside and Waterford in 33950, but they're done, they're finished. There's no more building really going on there. The other thing I wanted to look at 33950 for is months of inventory. You know, I talk about that a lot if you watch my channel a lot. The more months of inventory we have, the better it is for buyers. It means we have more supply, less competition as a buyer. And for sellers, it's better if there's fewer months of inventory. Now, I've said on this channel before, in Charlotte County, we have high months of inventory, higher than we've had in about 10 years. However, that's not true in 33950. We do have high months of inventory. The last numbers that came out put us at 8 months. The difference is we've been at 8 months pretty recently. The last time in 2019, we were at 8 months in 2017 and 2015. And what I want you to see when you look at this chart is it is pretty much a roller coaster of months of inventory. Even if we look further back to 2010, it was way up there and it goes down, it goes up, it looks very dramatic. Now let's look at the median sales price, because you expect I'm going to show you that when the months of inventory goes way up, when inventory goes way up, the prices are going to shoot down and vice versa. But let's look at the median sales price in 33950 over that same time. You do see these blips going along, and it is kind of an uphill as the inventory goes down. It's kind of month by month, a little bit more, a little bit there, and it trends upward overall. Now I'm going to tell you the big secret of real estate. While it's most interesting in the big boom and crash times, when everybody likes to talk about the crash of 2008 and the pandemic years of 2021, when you're actually selling real estate and dealing in real estate all the time, it's more about these little blips. It's more kind of the market edging one way or another. It also takes a long time for the market to change. When we look at the months of inventory in 2020, they really started to drop in the first half of 2020. So our inventory was going down, but in the first half of 2020, you see some blips where the prices are going up, but they really don't shoot up like you'd expect until 2021. And that is because a lot of times you don't see the changes. The numbers don't come out in real estate for sometimes a month or 2 months after stuff is really happening. It's because, let's say I put something under contract now, or if I put a couple things under contract and everybody puts a couple things under contract, you don't see for several months them really closing. Now, there are a couple indicators of change. We're going to look at them. For instance, in this post by Jessica Louts, she puts out that Century Lock, which is our lockbox company, they track all the showings. When I go to open a lockbox on a house, it tracks because I do it via Bloop. They are saying foot traffic in December increased 5% year over year nationwide. Now, you may be saying, well, we don't know if those people really buy, but this is an early indicator. Another early indicator of a little change in the market is new pending sales. Now, I'm creating this on Monday. At the time of this recording, we have 48 new pending sales for single family homes in 33950. If you take a look back, in January of 2018, we had 45, and in January of 2019, we had 68 new pending sales. So you definitely saw the market going up. We're kind of in the middle of those 2 years. When we look back at 2019 months of inventory, we were at 8 months. When we look at the median price of 2019, it went up a little bit, even though we had high months of inventory, stayed about the same, and then went up a little bit, kind of went all over. You think that that's a clear indicator, 8 months of inventory, that the prices are going to drop, but not necessarily. Something I recognize that is hard for me to show you in numbers is just how my business is going, as far as I see showings go up on listings. I have listings that have been on the market for a while, and all of a sudden we'll have multiple people interested. Now, understand that that doesn't mean huge bidding wars, just more calls about them. I'm seeing more buyers in town. I am seeing more buyer demand. I definitely see a pickup in that area. At the same time, if you're a buyer, if you're looking at a house, this happened to me several times lately, where buyers have gone, we really like that house. We're going to offer in a week. We want to discuss things, or it's been on the market a long time, so we have time to think about it, and then it disappears. I know that it is part of the real estate marketing where I could say, hey, there's a dumpster on fire and you have to race. And I can say mortgage rates are probably going to go down, which a lot of people think they are. And there's going to be a stampede of real estate buyers. That could happen. I do see a turning of the ship a little bit. It could take a full year for it to get all the way back to a balanced market or to a seller's market. We do have an election this year, which I'm sure I'll be talking about more in the summer, because election years are kind of strange in the real estate world. Just know that's coming. It tends to slow everything down, and then right after the election, everybody goes back to normal, which is fine. But that's what we're seeing. A little shift, a little back to balance. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, let me know. If you want more information, sign up for my newsletter, and I will see you next week.